You know, I get a lot of comments about what cars make the most money, do certain cars make the most money. And I'm going to let you in on one of the things that I do and why I do it. You'll notice that these Jeeps, 1999 to 2004 are the exact same body style. A lot of the parts are interchangeable. I have transformed many Jeeps, and right now I own several of them. You could almost say I collect them, and will continue to do so because I have a lot of experience with replacing parts and transforming Jeeps. I want to give you an example. This one here that you see, you'll notice the wheels, tires, headlights, the racks, and things of that nature. So if someone comes into me and they want to dick around on the price, they want to take away from my asking price, then I take away accessories. I can take anything that I need to off of this Jeep and transform it to this Jeep. And this backs them up pretty quick, to be honest with you, because they want to purchase the Jeep as it looks here, not as it looks here. But I can actually take these Jeeps because of doing a lot of parts interchanging, a lot of parts buying. I can transform this white Jeep into a similar Jeep here with the wheel spacers, wheel adapters, the ATV all-terrain tires, the racks, the vent shades, the headlights, the running boards, which this one already has. I can change out any of those parts. I can take this Jeep and make it look similar to this Jeep for less than $1,000. Now here's another one that I bought, and I paid $1,500 for this Jeep. And I like this Jeep because it's, number one, four-wheel drive. I do a lot of four-wheel drive vehicles. For me, I'm not very much interested in two-wheel drive Jeeps. We have some on the lot. They sell, but the four-wheel drive Jeeps sell better. But one of the things that I particularly wanted this one for, and actually paid a little bit more for it than I did the gray one, and why I did that, it's actually got more miles on it. But if you notice this Jeep, it has a select track system in it. In other words, it is a two-wheel drive and a four-wheel drive high, a four-wheel drive low, a four-wheel drive all full-time, and a four-wheel drive, not high, but neutral. It has nice leather interior. I paid $1,500 for it with 293,000 miles on it. That's a 4.7 V8. It runs absolutely terrific. This vehicle has been maintained meticulously. This one has a 6-cylinder inline 6 on it. I have some with V8s and some with the inline 6. So the thing for me is the four-wheel drive Jeeps because I am so familiar with them. Now, one thing that I don't hold with in the car business, those of you that go out there and ask about a particular car, number one, get familiar with the cars that you want to sell. I don't work on very many cars. I play with cars. I enjoy tinkering with these Jeeps. I don't enjoy working on any other cars. I have over 70 cars here in stock. I'm not excited about every one of them. I'm not excited about making a lot of money on the cars, and I certainly can't get to all 70 of them at the same time. I keep things rolling around. I don't have a lot of Nissan Sentras, a lot of BMWs. I have one or two because we have people here, a lot of wholesalers are here that consign their vehicles to us. But me, I like to specialize in Jeeps. And I'm getting more and more involved in Jeep. So my recommendation to you is whatever you like to work on, like to tinker with, your passion in vehicles, that's what you want to stay with. Don't worry about which vehicles make money. Worry about which vehicles you are familiar with, and they will make money because you have a passion on those vehicles. Become an expert in a certain line of vehicles, and you'll have people that will follow you. I have people that look at this Jeep and imagine this Jeep looking like it. So I keep a few Jeeps here that I don't transform, but they look at this Jeep and they start imagining themselves transforming their Jeep into something like this Jeep. So that way you can stay in a price range. This Jeep, $2,500. This Jeep, $5,000. Although I don't have over $2,600 in this one, I don't have over $1,500 in this one. So this Jeep will make me either $1,000 minimum, because I will not take any less than $2,500 for it because of the options that I showed you. Now, regardless of the miles, that's another thing about Jeeps. I have a lot of people that post, well, Cherokees don't get that good of a mileage. Let me tell you this. If a car has been maintained, not to dispute anybody out there, but if a car has been maintained like these two cars have been maintained, I don't care what manufacturer is by them. They're 200, almost 300,000 miles. These cars do not have an oil leak. They do not have a valve clatter, a rod knocking. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these vehicles. And they have been maintained that way. And while I own them, they will continue to be maintained that way. So I don't expect any problems out of them. I don't think that there's such a thing as bad cars. Most people that'll go out here, they don't really look at a Jeep Wrangler, for instance. They look at the four-wheel drive, they look at the Wrangler, and they're ridiculously high. They're Jeeps, but people don't think anything about looking at a 2000 model Wrangler that may have 200,000 plus miles on it, because they think because it's a Wrangler, it's sporty, it looks good, it's going to last longer. That is bullshit. These vehicles go 1 mile at a time. Any one of them is subject to break, all according to how it was previously maintained. So finally, my last advice to you: specialize in a certain brand of cars, become passionate about that brand of cars, and become an expert on it, and people will follow your enthusiasm on that. Now this one, I'm getting ready here in the next few minutes to start adding new headlights. That's only like an $80 option here that will make this Jeep look amazingly better. The four-wheel drive runs perfect. It's already got the running boards on it. But I love the fact that this Jeep is an excellent Jeep to hook up and tow behind a motorhome, anything. It's an excellent tow vehicle. This vehicle will not tow. It's an all-wheel drive. It doesn't have the two-wheel drive select track. That makes it different. So if you decide that the Jeeps are for you, the one thing you want to do is look to see if they're full-time four-wheel drive and or two-wheel drive select tracks. Select tracks are very, very popular for people that want an inexpensive vehicle to tow behind their motorhome.